Alright, well, after an unsuccessful attempt to get my crime stat hacked down, we have ended up in prison. So, today's video is going to be about getting out of prison. We're going to be using the method of using the air or the oxygen dispenser resets. I'm Raptor X, and we are going to go ahead and see about getting out of here. Now, I have a crime stat 5 for today's video, which means that I have a 6.5 hour timer right now, which means that if I logged off now, I would be free to leave in 6.5 hours. But we're going to see if we can go ahead and get this brought down. So we can reduce our sentence by getting merits. Time remaining until released is on the bottom there. Time served is the amount that I've been in there. And we can actually get sentence extensions. If we've been naughty, we can actually have our sentence extended. We can shorten our stay by doing mining, and we can do maintenance tasks. We can get supplies if we need them at the commissary dispenser, but they will take merits. And it says violence is never the answer. So, any violence committed against Klescher personnel or your fellow guests is strictly forbidden and will result in an immediate extension of your original sentence. And what if I want to escape? While we understand the desire, any attempt to prematurely end your term in our facility is strictly forbidden, as is using your mobi-glass to communicate with anyone outside the facility. Failing to adhere to either of these guidelines will result in an extension of your original sentence. So, if you are the unfortunate new player who has gotten a crime stat and then killed and ended up in jail, this is where you're going to end up. We're going to go ahead and see about getting out of here a little bit faster than those 6.5 hours. So the first thing that we're going to do is open up our mobi-glass. We're not going to use this to communicate with anyone, but we are going to go ahead and go into our contract manager here. And we have an inmate maintenance opportunity. We're going to go ahead and we're going to accept that offer. And we need to go to O2 kiosk in Route 2, Depth 5. So we're going to head out to the exit here. That's inmate processing. We can't go out there. It's security guarded. So we're going to go ahead and go to the other one over here. This one is work mines. And we can go ahead and head out there. Be advised that there is no oxygen out here, so removing your mask is not recommended. These are the dispensers. If you wish to purchase anything here, they do have oxy pens, med pens, meals, water, all that kind of stuff. The pyro multi-tool. I don't have any merits, so I can't purchase anything there anyway. And you are given a multi-tool right off the bat anyway. So it doesn't really do you any good to get the second one. Now, you leave the armistice zone as soon as you walk through those second set of doors there. So out here, crime is not legal, but it can be committed against you. That's Route 1. We need to go for Route 2, so we're going to head over here to Route 2. 3 is over that direction. Now, we're going to follow the trails here. This is a lower gravity environment, so care should be taken that you don't get running too quickly, as bouncing off of things like so will leave you in the air for an extended period of time, and can end up bouncing you into things, which is never good for your health. As you can see, we've reached level 1 based on that there. I'm going to follow the kind of worn pathways here, and we're going to look for the exit. There we go. So if we look over here, there's a faint O2, or 02 I suppose it is, not O2. But we're going to go ahead and head down there. That is the route to level 2. So we're going to follow this same procedure, follow the trails until we hit these next big rooms. And then we're going to look around for the next exit until we get down to level 5. Now along the way there are various different minables. There we go, we're at level 2 now. So we're going to take a little look around. Generally these pathways are a good indicator, but I have had them go both ways. That's not the exit we're looking for. We can turn on our light down here, of course, to get a little better idea of where we're going. But if there are other bad guys down here, it's not always advisable to turn that on. There we go, there's exit. That's not the one we're looking for, so we want to go around and look for number 3. I do not see it there, so that's going to be the wrong one. And these can get a little bit labyrinthine. So I'm going to turn on my... Oops. Turn up my brightness just a little bit. There we go, so I can see a little bit better. And we'll continue looking for our O3 exit. There we go, that's this one here. So we're going to go ahead and head down here until we find our... This is our 3rd one. I don't see anything that way. There we go, there's number 4. We're going to go ahead and head down here. And the other thing that should be you should be aware of is that there are multiple players competing for this. While violence is never the answer, other people may attempt to take you out on your journey down to these. So care should be exercised. There we go, there's Route 5. So I'm going to go ahead and head down here. And we're looking for one of these oxygen kiosks. There we go. So you'll just hold the F key to interact and hit the vent button. There we go. And that's our objective completed. And we've gotten that maintenance opportunity completed. We've gotten 5,000 merits now. And we can get oxygen from here. So I'm going to go ahead and refill my oxygen up to the full amount. There we go, perfect. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look and see whether there is another opportunity to do that. There we go, another maintenance opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and accept that offer. And we need to go Route 2, Depth 12. So we're going to follow the same procedure here. This is a little bit of a longer one. But since we're already on Route 2, I'm going to go ahead and follow this route all the way down. Route 12. It's going to be a little bit of a run. You can of course walk, which if it's a longer run is sometimes advisable, as running or sprinting will drain your oxygen faster. And so going a little bit slower, while it sometimes means that that somebody else could beat you there, also gives you a greater chance of getting there with the oxygen that you have on board. Now you can of course look out for the mineable deposits as you're going down there. We're going to kind of look around here and see if we can find... There we go, there's 07. Generally you do see the little brighter lights around the tunnels. This is a little bit of a straighter run, so I'm going to sprint just a little bit there. And then we'll slow down again for the curves. There we go, here's 7. I'm going to head this way because I think... That's not it. And that one's not it. There we go. There's 8. So we're going to continue following this until we reach all the way down to 12. I'm going to pause here and we'll resume kind of when we get down there. Okay, so we are on the last leg here, Route 12. Almost to the final bit. Should be coming up on the oxygen dispenser any moment now. Hang on. This is Route 2, depth 12. A little look around here and just see. I don't see any other exits out here. Some cave-in debris over there, but I don't see any more of the oxygen kiosks around here. So I think this is as low as it goes, number 12. So we're going to go ahead and head up the exit again and see if we've missed it on a turn. On here. No? Okay, so that is the oxygen kiosk, or not the oxygen kiosk, but the route to 12. So we're going to head back down there and see if perhaps it's buried in one of the tunnels. I've got plenty of oxygen because I have been storing up anytime I run into some, or run into an oxygen dispenser. On there, alright. So we're going to have a little look around at each of the different tunnels and just see if there's something down any of them. There's nothing down there. There we go. So here's our broken dispenser. We'll go ahead and we'll vent that one as well. And that's completed our maintenance opportunity for that one. And we got awarded 15,000 merits. So, at this point, it's often advisable to suicide yourself back to the station, back to the prisoner location. This is dollarvine, which is a more valuable mineral. I'm just going to check this one and we'll see if there is another inmate opportunity. We're going to accept this one and just see Route 2, depth 5. Perfect. So we'll grab this one on the way back up and we'll see if that will get our crime stat low enough so we can perhaps do a little bit of mining and get out of here. So I'm going to resume when I'm back up and doing that kiosk. Okay, so here I am. This is at level 5. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to clear this one. And that one should bring me pretty close to getting the merits that I need to get out of here. So that's another 5,000 merits. I think I've probably got enough oxygen to make it back up to the surface. So I'm just going to go ahead and head up that way. And we'll see how we're doing once we get back up to the main entrance. Okay, so we are back at the main pavilion here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to head out to the entrance. And we'll check our merits and see whether we have paid off or successfully done enough time served and done enough good deeds to get us back out of jail. So we're going to go ahead and we'll head into the central terminal here. And we'll take a little peek at our crime stat. There we go, perfect. So, we've done enough merit contributions to get me out. We've got 25,000 merits stored up, and that's enough to get me out after that 6 hours and 30 minutes or so. So, if you do end up in jail, it's quite possible to get yourself out again relatively quickly. I think all told that was probably a little bit less than a half hour's work. So if you're a new player and you get a crime stat and wake up in jail, it's not the end of the world. It's entirely possible to get yourself out of jail again relatively quickly. Just chaining those oxygen missions is the quickest and easiest way to get out of there. So we're going to go ahead and head back up to the surface, and we will be crime stat free. Okay, so here we are, waking up, and we're going to be at a station. This one I believe is going to be Port Olisar. Not Port Olisar, sorry, this will be Everest Harbour. Because that's closest to the Klescher rehabilitation facility. There we go, Everest Harbour. And so at this point you've got one of two options. If you have your spawn set somewhere other than Everest Harbour, you can hold backspace on your keyboard to suicide your character, and you'll then wake up where you have your respawn point set. Or of course you can call any of your ships that you have. I have the Gladius because that's the one that I was attacked and destroyed with, so I'll be able to go ahead and call that one here if I wish to. So yeah, that's how you get out of jail if you happen to have been thrown in, whether you were naughty on purpose or just through one of the various different bugs or carelessness ended up getting a crime stat and ending up in jail. That is the fastest way to get out again legally. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you all in the next one. Ta-ta.